Yo, what's up guys? Back with another video today. And today we're talking about how you can take better pictures with just your iPhone. Let's get right into it. If you're thinking like, obviously the camera's gonna be better than the phone. Well, yes, maybe in certain situations, but let me show you one thing. Take a look at these three pictures. Tell me down in the comments which one you think is the one taken with the iPhone. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead. Well, you're all wrong. All three of these pictures are taken with the iPhone. And this just goes to show how amazingly good this phone really is. Now, there are a few things you need to learn with the phone before you can take pictures like this. I'm gonna teach you guys these techniques and these tricks today in this video. We need to go to our well-lit studio to practice our shots with iPhone. Go over to here. Which brings me to my first point. To take better pictures with your iPhone, you still need to apply all the basic photography rules. These things include things such as lighting, contrast, color, angles, depth of field, all of those things. This is why the windowsill is the perfect spot to take this picture, because it's just a bright source of natural light illuminating my subject, and it's completely free. You don't need to set anything up, it's just a window. Now, one of the basic rules of photography is the rule of thirds. What this rule basically states is that you should place your subject on 1/3 of the image. So either line it up on the side third or the top third, adds dimension and draws your eye to the subject. To help you with this rule, there's a feature built into your iPhone you have to toggle on. First, go into settings, then scroll down till you see camera and turn on the grid option. This will show a rule of third grid on your phone screen, which will help you line your subject up better. Next up, you need to learn the basic features that are built into your iPhone camera, one of which include the exposure. Now, to change the exposure while you're taking a picture, tap on the screen and slide the little sun icon up or down based on what you need. If you tap on the really bright areas of your image and turn the exposure down, it will help even out the image more. If you tap on the subject and turn the exposure up, it'll brighten up the subject. You can play around with this to see what works for your image. Also learn how to use this more often, because it really comes in handy when you're taking pictures in different lighting situations. Another thing you can do with this exposure feature is to tap and hold on the screen, which will lock your exposure. This way, wherever you go, the exposure will stay the same. This comes in handy in a lot of situations. Another thing to know about your camera on your iPhone is that the zoom feature is not very good at all. All it does is add blurriness and graininess to your image, and you don't want that. You want as clear as an image as you can get. So if you really need to zoom, the most I would suggest is up to 2x zoom. Anything past that just makes the picture grainy and doesn't work. Alright, so if you have a newer phone or any phone that supports portrait mode, you should know that portrait mode is a really cool mode that blurs the background of your subject. Now, to use this, it's a very specific way. I see people use it wrong all the time. To use it, you have to make sure that the little box at the bottom turns yellow. That's when you know that it's actually activated. After the fact that you take a portrait mode picture, there's many things that you can tweak. When you're actually taking the picture, don't worry about all the cool settings that Apple has for you, because you can change all of these in post. You can change the f-stop, which is basically how blurry you want the background. The lower you go, the more blurry the background gets. I wouldn't recommend going too low, because then it looks a little fake, but low enough that it isolates the subject from the back. Another thing with portrait mode is the different lighting options. I suggest only using natural light, studio light, or contour light. Those are the only 3 that are really relevant. The other 2 are a little gimmicky. Do whichever one works for your image, but make sure to only worry about this after the fact. Now, once you've applied all of these cool features, you want to go ahead and edit this picture. This is an important step when you're trying to take pictures with your iPhone, because editing can really enhance your photos and make them look a lot more professional. But you have to be careful that you don't go too overboard, because then it's clearly either like oversaturated and all that stuff. It's really easy to fall into that trap. To limit yourself and not go too crazy, but to still add a little bit of oomph. Another thing with iPhone pictures is that when you're editing them, you don't have as much leeway as you would with a camera picture. You can't go too far on either direction of the spectrum when you're editing. So just put some light touches in. With iOS 13 on the iPhone, the editing software inside the Photos app itself is really good. It has all the features that you really need and more. So when you're just editing through, you want to adjust the highlights, the shadows, the colors, all of that you can do within the Photos app itself, and it makes it look really good. However, if you want something more, there are apps like Lightroom, Mobile, and Polar. Polar has really good filters that you can use that are presets, but Lightroom has all the features that you would ever need. Like, it's literally the professional editing software on your phone. Boom! I hope you enjoyed that video. If you learned anything new, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And if you like this content, make sure to subscribe for more. We'll be posting every week. Make sure to go try out some of these tips for yourself. Learn, take some awesome pictures. And yeah, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace!